Hey y'all, it's Fonnie with the Get Down podcast, and we are back with another episode. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, like, comment, and share this video with anyone and everyone that you know. Hope everybody's having a great day, a safe day, wherever you are tuning in to the podcast, watching the video. I hope everybody's having a great day. We got some sad news in baseball world, you guys. Bob Uecker, I want to make sure I say his last name right. He just passed at the age of 90. To me, I feel when you're living past the age of 70, it's on borrowed time. He's lived a life, he's lived a long life, he's seen a lot of things, and it's tragic news. It is sad news for the Milwaukee Brewer fans, knowing that a legendary has passed, and we all are going to have our time, but while we're here on earth, let's try to give our flowers to one another, try to be positive and try to speak good into one another's life and give our flowers here while we're on earth, because once we're gone, that's it. We'll transition and see each other again eventually, but while that person is gone and you're still here on earth, it's just not the same. So let's get right into the article and see what CNN has to say about the tragic news. Okay, Bob Uecker, known as Mr. Baseball and as the legendary voice of the Milwaukee Brewers, dies at age 90. Like I said, he lived a long time, a real long time. Bob Uecker, the legendary voice of the Milwaukee Brewers, who was nicknamed Mr. Baseball, has died at age 90, the team announced on Thursday. The Brewers said he died Thursday morning at his home. According to his family, Uecker had been battling lung cancer since 2023. Man, that cancer is really, really something. When it starts taking over your body, you try to fight it as much as you can, but once the fight is no more in you, you give into it. And cancer is very scary. It is. A lot of people have passed away from it, so it's always good to make sure you are on top of your health. Make sure your health is good. Make sure, all nine yards of your body, make sure everything is good. But whether it's a sickness you're passing from or just something else, like I said, we all have our day, we all have our time. But he ended up passing from lung cancer. So that's really scary. Really, he was battling lung cancer since 2023. Almost 2 years, depending on what month it happened. So today we take on the heaviest of burdens. Today we say goodbye to our beloved friend, Bob Uecker. The Brewers said in a statement, Uecker was the light of the Brewers, the soundtrack of our summers, the laughter in our hearts, and his passing is a profound loss. He was the heart and soul of Wisconsin and a dear friend. Bob loved people. His presence warmed every room, and he had a way of welcoming all of us into his world as if we were, lifelong friends. Saying goodbye to Bob shakes us all. He was so much more than a Milwaukee Brewer icon. He was a national treasure. Bob entertained us with his words and storytelling, so it is no surprise that his passing now leaves us at a loss for our own words. There's no describing the impact Uecker had on so many, and no words for how much he was loved. We are left with a giant void in our hearts, but also remember the laughter and joy he brought to our lives throughout the years. That was a good statement from the Brewers, the Milwaukee team. Like I said, it's always a tragic moment when we hear legendaries pass on. But we all have a time in, and when God calls us home, he just calls us home. So he lived a long life to be 90 years old, and he's seen the ups and downs, even just the transitions with the Milwaukee Brewers and their team and their foundation, and everything that surrounds them. He's seen a lot of transition. He's seen a lot of times when they made playoffs, and he's seen times where they didn't make playoffs. I hope to live that long, 90 years of age. That's a long time, and just society now, a lot of people don't really live past 70. A lot of people don't. So it's truly a blessing really to live past that time limit, because you see more and more as you're, growing and living, beyond your means. Pretty much that's what it means when people say you're living beyond your means. You're living past the age of What else is there to do besides enjoy yourself while you're in your golden years? A career .200 hitter, Uecker had a 6-year stint in the majors, mainly as a backup catcher. Uecker quickly turned his attention to commentating, which he made much a bigger impact. And that's another thing too. This is an actual picture of him in his younger days. And he was in band. I was in band too. I played the baritone, and that looks like the tuba. So it's just a baby instrument, lower it. But I played the baritone, so he was also into instruments. He played that too. And back up here where it says he quickly turned his attention to commentating, which he had made a bigger impact. This is the reason why I do these videos on my channel, because this is what I'm going to school for, sportscasters. So making little podcast videos and just giving feedback of news being reported, because that's all that you is. You're just a reporter, whether you're reporting weather, whether you're reporting news, traffic, you're all reporters. Y'all just have different and specific categories of topics that you talk about. So the fact that he switched to commentating, which, he probably really enjoyed having that thought of, wow, I know I can see myself doing that one day. I could do that. So it filled his heart more, and it made him just a better person overall with him switching to commentating on the games and stuff. So me doing these videos on my channel, this is preparing me for what I am going to do and what will take place. I just want y'all to know that in case y'all don't understand why I do these videos, this is what I went to school for. I have my degree, and I'm going to go back and get my degree for sports casting. So this is just preparation of it. But, like I said, it's good that he switched to commentating, because that made him feel more comfortable, and he's more himself when he's doing that. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good, what I thought. He joined the Brewers radio team in 1971 and did the job for 54 consecutive seasons. Wow, that's a long time. The fourth longest stretch with one team in MLB history. The 2024 season was his 69th year in baseball. To many, he was an announcer and entertainer. His humor and voice transcended the game, but to us, he was so much more. The Uecker family said in a statement, Bob faced a private battle with a small cell lung cancer since early 2023, which he met with the same strength and resilience that defined him. Even in the face of this challenge, his enthusiasm for life was always present, never allowing his spirit to falter. That's good. He always tried to be strong for his family, because any kind of sickness you deal with, you want to try to still be strong for your family. Even though they know you're dealing with something, you still want to show that strong side, We are grateful for the outpouring of love and support during this difficult time as we grieve and celebrate the man we were so lucky to call ours. Uecker ever presence earned his accolades over his years, including earning the Ford C. Frick Award in 2003, which was given annually to a broadcaster for major contributions to baseball. That honor cemented him in the National Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, New York. He also has 2 statues at the Brewers American Family Field, one outside the facility and one inside by the Uecker seat, which commemorates Uecker's participation in a popular series of Miller Lite commercials where he, uttered the now famous line, "I must be in the front row." Okay, so that's where, it comes from. He was the one that actually started that. If you ever hear people say, "I must be in the front row." This is another younger picture. It says Uecker joined the Brewers as a play-by-play announcer in 1971. So this is him in his younger days in the broadcast booth, calling the plays. Major League Baseball Commissioner Rob Manfred honored Uecker on Thursday. While this one-time backup catcher was known for his self-deprecating style, Bob Uecker was one of the game's ever beloved figures throughout his 70 career in baseball, Manfred said in a statement. Bob was a genuine idol, always the funniest person in any room he was in, and always an outstanding ambassador for our national pastime. We are grateful for this baseball life like no other, and we will never forget him. Uecker also became famous for his work outside of baseball, in particular for his part in the Major League film trilogy and starring in the ABC sitcom Mr. Belvedere. He also hosted Saturday Night Live and WWE WrestleMania, as well as authoring 2 books. So he had a lot of other outsources that he did. He didn't just limit himself to the play calling that he did, play by play. He had other outsources that he enjoyed doing and that he, was involved in as well. So this is why, a lot of people everywhere are going to miss him dearly. And Saturday Night Live, that is a very popular show that still airs to this day, so that's good that he did, and he branched off and did some other stuff, while he was still an announcer for baseball Major League. That's amazing. I am heartbroken with the loss of my dear lifelong friend, Bob Uecker. I can't begin to describe how much he meant to me, let alone what this loss is for the Brewers fans, the state of Wisconsin, and countless others worldwide. Alan H. Bud Selig, commissioner and former Brewers owner, said, Bob had the easiest way of making others feel at ease, share a laugh, and always left people feeling a little better. Nobody was his equal. I am so grateful that Bob's friendship was a constant presence throughout most of my life. For over 50 years, rarely did a day pass where we missed a conversation, a sharing of stories, and countless laughs. That cannot be replaced and is a giant loss, but I am lucky to have experienced that kind of enduring friendship. Sue and I are thinking of Judy, Bob's children, Sue Ann and Bob Jr., and all of Bob's family during what is a difficult time for all of us. The Brewers said details about their commemoration of Uecker's life will be announced at a later date. Okay, so we do have later dates on when they're going to be talking about furthermore, with probably his funeral. I know when some celebrities end up passing, or big names, or their sports player name, whatever, sometimes they'll show their funeral, sometimes they won't. It just all depends, but we'll get an update from that later. But Milwaukee Brewer fans, I am definitely sorry for your loss. This is a tragic loss. Mr. Bob, he lived a great life to live all the way up to the age of 90 years old. And like I said, he branched out and he did other avenues. And that's what you have to do to have yourself live a longer life. You have to do things that make you happy. Not just that main one thing, but branch out and see what else you could put your hand into. Stir it up a little. And if the pot feels good to you, okay, then make it do what it do, baby. Make it do what it do. But again, we are praying for the Milwaukee Brewer fans, that whole fan base. We're praying for Mr. Bob's family in their time of bereavement. It is a sad world, in sports world, baseball world specifically, because of his passing. So, like I said, hopefully most of us can live to that age. We don't know, but that is a long time to really be here on Earth. Like I said, he's seen a lot. Not just on the sports side and entertainment and all that, just even in his personal life and things that he's seen just in the world. He's seen a lot. So hopefully most of us can live to that age. But all we can do is just continue what we're doing now to try to make it to that age as well. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a fat thumbs up. Comment down below. Put prayer emoji hands, praying for Mr. Bob's family and everybody that is grieving at this time of his passing, of his death as well. Also, share this video too. Hit the subscribe button and turn your notification bell on. That way you can be notified every time I drop videos on this channel. And if that is all, always stay prayed up and stay blessed. And I will see you guys in the next video.